What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, DN Duels commentary. We got Vegeta 1653 versus Mr. Gold 1580. I think I've got another match with this guy. I think I recorded the match with this guy yesterday. Looks like he's playing Qliphort against Performages and Pals. I don't usually see this card. I'm not familiar with what it does. I know that Yuya has used this card a lot on Arc V, but don't see it a lot. Anyways, so I believe my man opened, he went first. Open with the stealth plus, stealth plus scout plus monolith. Vegeta tried to play Brilliant Fusion, and he's going to bounce Vanities, by the way. He's going to go Vanities and just kill him. Wait, what? Why on earth would he bounce? Why would, what? Okay, I don't like that play at all. I would have bounced Vanities in a heartbeat. The reason I would have bounced Vanities is because what if he has like 5 damage jugglers? Vegeta scoops anyways, but I didn't. Anytime you can bounce your Vanities, just bounce it, because you can, like, he could have 5 damage. You know, you never know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he could have had damage jugglers for days. I would have rather just like played it safe there. But he opened pretty good with Qliphort. Anytime you open Monolith plus Scout plus Stealth, like, that's one of the best openings that the deck has, because if you have enough cards to Pendulum, not only do you get your Scout, so you get a full scale. Scout is probably how you got the Monolith, but then if you bounce turn 1, you can bounce Scout, you can activate it again, you get 2 draws in the end phase, so you're pretty much set. And I actually think I didn't really like Recreate that much this format, but now that we're moving into Breaker of Shadows, I think I'm going to start liking Recreate a little more, because first off, it does stop Scroll Acrobat Joker, and I believe it stops Pendulum Wizard as well, like if your opponent just normal summons it and tries to activate it. So those are 2 very big hits to Pepe or Performages and Pals, so it's really good against that deck. And it's like, if you look at Pendulum Magicians or Performages and Pals, like, the turn 1 monster they always want to summon is definitely Scroll Acrobat Joker. And if you can just, even if you just get just that card and nothing else, like, it's worth it as an instant skill drain on that monster. Like, it's enough. It's enough to basically at least slow them down. You know what I mean? And again, you can obviously bounce it with Stealth back to your hand if your opponent happens to search another one with, like, I don't know, like Wavering Eyes or something like that. Then you can just try and negate it again. So it's a really good card, and I didn't really like it in previous formats, but okay, now it was good, in like, it was good this time last year around, like, after Secret Forces came out, because it stopped Manju, Sanju, Deneb, and Altair. So there were a whole lot of, and Torguide. So there was like a whole bunch of trigger summons, but there's not a ton of trigger summons right now. All right, so going into game 2, Vegeta must have thought Mr. Gold's play or his opening was a fluke. I play Qliphort. I can tell you openings like that are really not a fluke. Especially because I main deck Robbery of Warlords. That card is, like, really good. But yeah, you can what's it called? You can main deck Robbery of Warlords in Qlis. Lose 1 turn is staple, so, like, you don't even gotta think about that one. Vanity, Skill Drain as well, obviously. And then you could easily change out Robbery of Warlords with Gozen Match. I'm pretty sure he's going to activate Wavering Eyes here. Either that or he's just going to Pendulum. Nope, Wavering Eyes. Better hope that he doesn't have Damage Juggler. Okay, no Damage Juggler. That'll get him Qliphort Scout. Pretty sure he wants to get that. And if he has any monsters in his hand, then you would just search Monolith here. You would pen 2, you'd summon so that you get more draws, because he needs defensive cards. The other Pendulum decks will run him over. Cleaves are powerful, but they're like the back row. What the back row would keep the deck really good is it's a Pendulum deck that can play Floodgates against other Pendulums. Like, that's the thing. It's a Pendulum deck that floodgates against other Pendulums. Other Pendulums can't floodgate against it. All right, so pretty much open the same exact way as he did last time, and you see him play Scout twice. Now sometimes I like to get sometimes I do like to get what's it called, Climate Change, just in case my Scout, like, ends up getting wrecked. He's getting Climate Change. I think this is just in case he gets Wavering Eyes. Your cards go to the graveyard first before you banish, so, or your cards go to the extra deck. When they're in the extra deck, you can just Climate Change them back, and then you draw 2. So it's another reason why hand traps are actually pretty decent is because of Monolith. But that's like, it's okay. You don't have to run hand traps. All right, there's that Scroll Acrobat Joker that we were talking about. And looks like he's going to let that go. Okay, so, I mean, the Qliphort player opened up really well. And you see that he has 6 cards. Wait, excuse me. 2, 3, 7 cards. He has 7 cards. And but it's not about the number of cards, it's about the power of the cards. Scout is worth like 3 cards. You know, Qliphort Stealth is like a card and a half. Like, they're really good cards. Monolith is something that's going to generate more cards by itself, and then he has a full scale. So I know what Lizard Draw does. Again, I don't really know about this guy. Pendulum summons 3 monsters. So this is a TCG version. This is right here where if you flipped over lose 1 turn, you just be like GG no re. Like, if he had lose 1 turn here, you basically win. I guess you could go for, like, Omega, but it would just get ran over, so, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, this 1 turn, if you had, like, a Horn of Heaven would work also. Lose 1 turn would work. Looks like he's using Lizard Draw. I think you blow up your scales. Huh. Well, I thought, okay, I thought Lizard Draw let you draw 2. Okay, you can destroy this card and draw 1. Huh, my bad, okay. So you basically, if you have another Performa Power on the other scale, you blow up this card and draw 1. But what does this guy do? If an attack is declared involving a monster you control and an opponent's monster, you can target one monster you control, gain 600 until the end of the battle phase. That's cool. I think he's going for... Oh, okay, I was like... Omega doesn't make that much sense. Oh, now he brings out the lose 1 turn. I guess he wanted them to commit. Okay, so there's lose 1 turn. And, yeah, I'm about to pick up my copies of these. Like, I think lose 1 turn is just... I think it's the best. I'd rather have lose 1 turn than vanities, to be honest. Like, in a lot of situations, it's just better. Because lose 1 turn, as I've said this many times, even before the card came out, lose 1 turn, you can still just keep doing stuff. Like, if he had vanities, he would have had to use it when he set the scales, and then he would have just a stealth and he wouldn't be able to do anything. But this way, like, he can still just keep penduluming and wrecking this guy. I think it's going to be game. And people are going to see this match and be like, yo, Cap, this is just a fluke. Like, no, when I told you guys that one time that I played Qliphort the first time on stream and I didn't lose, like 10-0. Like, when you play against other pendulum decks, like, this is how your games go. Like, usually it's you trying to open up with Scout plus Monolith, tribute whatever you can, and then if you open up with like a floodgate like Skill Drain or lose 1 turn or Vanities, you just win. Because these decks don't play those. Like, these decks don't play any of those cards. I mean, yeah, they can have Twin Twister or they can have like Dragon Pit, but if they don't, then they just get shit on. Because this deck runs a lot of floodgates and they run 0 floodgates. So you have ways of stopping their plays, but you can pendulum summon as much as you want. They don't have ways of stopping your plays, and they get limited pendulum summons. Like, if you have a Skill Drain, yeah, you get monsters, but you ain't getting nothing bigger than this. So, well, I guess that would have been bigger than this, but with lose 1 turn, it doesn't matter. So Vegeta scoops it up. Yeah, he wasn't going to be able to win. Those were going to have to shift to defense, and he was going to have to, like, I'm pretty sure Mr. Gold was going to pendulum summon his 2 monsters back. I think his entire field was going to get spun, probably, because he probably was going to search out another copy of Stealth, or actually, he may have even searched out another copy, like a disc or something like that. Not disc, Shell. Shell would have been a good play there, and he would have cleared Vegeta's board, and then Vegeta would have, like, had an empty board, and Mr. Gold would have been drawing cards. Not to mention, if somehow he lost his pendulum scales, he already got sacked. Like, he got climate change, so like he was going to be able to get everything back anyway. So thank you guys for watching as always.